Kyodo News English World。
皆さんこんにちは。こちらは共同通信英文記者のポッドキャストです。英文記者は国内外で起きている出来事について取材してオリジナルの英文記事を発信したり、日本語のニュースを英語に翻訳したりしています。共同通信の英語の記事をテーマにいろんな国から集まる仲間たちと英語と日本語を交えていろいろディスカッションしていけたらと思っています。今日は3人の記者でお届けします。Hi there, my name is Peter Mashton. I'm a staff writer at Kyodo News. I've worked there for about 3 years now. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Donikan. I've been at Kyodo for almost 6 years now, and I'm from Australia. It's nice to meet you.
皆さんこんにちは。私は山田エレサと申します。記者としては2年目、海外部ではこの春から勤めております。よろしくお願いします。
Thank you very much. Right, so today we're going to talk about the Osaka Expo. Is that right, Donikan?
Yep.
Okay. Could you read me the headline, please?
Osaka Expo opens for 6-month event focused on sustainable society.
Thank you very much. Yamada-san, how would you translate that headline into Japanese?
サステナブルな社会に主眼を置いた大阪万博が半年間開催されますといった感じでしょうかね。
Sounds good to me. Thank you very much. Donikan, could you read us the first 3 paragraphs of the story, please?
The World Exposition in Osaka opened April 13th, with organizers hoping the 6-month event focused on designing a sustainable future will boost the domestic economy despite delayed preparations. The expo will continue until October 13th on Yume Shima, an artificial island in Osaka Bay, with 158 countries and regions participating. Some 28.2 million people are projected to visit. Its major exhibits are encircled by the Grand Ring, which has a circumference of 2 kilometers and is recognized by Guinness World Records as the world's largest wooden architectural structure.
Thank you very much, Donikan. Yamada-san, could you give us a summary in Japanese of those first 3 paragraphs, please?
はい。大阪で4月13日に開幕した大阪・関西万博は、命輝く未来社会のデザインをテーマに、準備の遅れにもかかわらず、国内経済の活性化につながることを期待して開催されています。万博は大阪湾の人工の島で10月13日まで開催され、158の国と地域が参加します。主な展示として周囲2キロにも及ぶ大屋根リングが世界最大の木造建築物としてギネス世界記録に認定されています。
Thank you very much. So, Donikan, you've been covering this a bit. What exactly is the Osaka World Expo?
It's an event that showcases different countries' progress in, building a sustainable society and their developments, as well as the achievements of Japanese companies in these themes.
Okay, so it's a big international event being held in Osaka, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what kind of things we can see there?
There's the Grand Ring, which is certified by the Guinness World Records as the world's largest wooden structure, and it encircles a lot of pavilions that are built by various countries that are like impressive structures that showcasing their features of their countries or themes of futuristic society. And also Japanese firms, there are new technologies like flying cars, as well as some space rocks like the Mars rock.
I see. That sounds very interesting.
I understand you wrote this piece summarizing the main events of the expo. What are the issues that the organizers faced in the lead up to the expo?
Yes, so there have been some issues with the event. The bill for it has nearly doubled from an initial estimate to 235 billion yen, which is going to be covered 3 ways by the national government, the local government, and private companies. There's also been quite a lot of reporting around delays in getting the event ready. I think that's the most notable thing in Japan, particularly around these Type A pavilions, which are built by the countries and organizations that are in charge of them. And on the day of the World Exposition opening, 5 countries, including Nepal, which has been preparing one of these Type A pavilions, were unable to have their exhibits ready in time. So that's been a major issue. And I'm also aware that ticket sales haven't been quite as strong as organisers were hoping. So they had targeted 14 million in advance tickets by the time of the event. and they've been selling tickets since November 2023. And with days to go until the event, only 9 million.
So I understand on the opening day, despite the rain, they got around 120,000 visitors. I guess even despite all these issues, there's actually quite a lot of interest, would you say?
Well, it's the very first day, so you would expect there to be a lot of traffic on the very first day of the event. My understanding is that 140,000 people had reserved to attend the event, but that perhaps 20,000 of them are thought not to have gone because the weather was quite bad on the day of the event, which is unfortunate. But also, World Expos generally don't tend to pick up in attendance until the second half is the way that they build these things. But this expo is supposed to be run without queues, is my understanding, which means there's quite a sophisticated reservation system. Donica, you went to the expo, is that right? You went to see their test run?
Yeah, I went to the test run. The first day of the test run, which was basically just 10,000 people, which not the public, just people who are involved with the organization. And even then, I could see some small queues forming outside some of the pavilions. I can't imagine how it would have been with 10 times the amount of people. Yamada-san, have you been to any expos before?
No, I haven't.
Are you interested in seeing this expo, do you think? Or?
そうですね。始まる前はちゃんと開催されるのかなって不安な気持ちがあったんですけども、いざ開催されて、この前最初のナショナルデーのイベントがありましたけど、ああいうのを見てやっぱり海外からこの万博のためにいろいろ準備してくれてる人たちのことを考えると、やっぱり日本でいろいろアピールしたいっていうモチベーションも伺えますし、ちょっと前よりは万博に興味が湧いてきたなという感じがします。一方で私は東京にいるので大阪は行きやすいかもしれないですけど、日本にはたくさん地方というか大阪になかなかアクセスの悪い場所もたくさんあって、そういった方たちに例えば VR ゴーグルとか何か万博が貸し出して全国の人がいろんな形で万博を見れるようになったらもっともっとムードが盛り上がるのかなという気はしています。
そうですね。Nowadays, like hotels are also very expensive in Osaka and major cities, so it might discourage some people from going. So if they could do something from their home, see it from home, that's good too, right?
Yeah, because a lot of the visitors expected are going to be domestic visitors, right, as opposed to foreign visitors. So, yes, it immediately reduces the pool of people who are able to go if people are priced out of being able to attend there. Yeah. I think it's interesting because to me, I mean, the first Banpaku, the first World Expo is from 1851 and it was held in my home country of the UK, right? And that's where the famous Crystal Palace was shown. So to me, it's like quite an old-fashioned idea, like to have this huge event where people come from all over the world to see this different technology that they normally wouldn't. So I'm just quite fascinated by the idea that it's still running in the present day, and that in Japan, because of course there was also a World Expo in 2005. I think it's an interesting reflection of Japanese innovation, Japanese attitude to soft power, that they invest in these like big international events which are about sharing know-how and expertise, and talking about visions of how society might be, tying into the theme of this time's expo, which is about creating a more sustainable society for the future. Donica, are you going to go as a punter?
I feel like maybe if it was held in the city I was living in, I would have gone and seen, but like we were talking about before, it's just too expensive to just take the Shinkansen there and then stay in like a overpriced hotel to pay all this money to go. But definitely if it was in the city I was living in, I'd definitely probably check it out, yeah. How about you, Peter?
Well, I think I might go because it's once every 5-year event and the chances of me going to another World Exposition are quite low. I think some of the events, like these sheets of a heart made from IPS cells, are interesting, and also these demonstrations of flying taxis. Yamada-san, do you think you'll go?
そうですね、ドニカンさんが言ったようにやっぱりチケットとかそこまでの交通費、ホテル代やっぱり高いなって思うところありますけど、オープンしたことでいろいろ情報がもう公開されて、個人的には世界各国のいろんな食べ物を食べてみたいなって思うので、一箇所で世界旅行が体験できるってことを考えたら行ってみてもいいかなというふうに思います。
Actually, that's an interesting point, given that we're talking about rising cost of living. It's also harder to go abroad, so maybe that's an easy way to go abroad this year.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Just like the old times, right?
Yes.
When they can go abroad. Yeah.
Yeah. じゃあそろそろ終わりにします。共同通信では共同ニュースプラスというサイトで日本や世界で起きた出来事について英語のニュースを発信しています。今日ご紹介した記事も掲載されてますので、ぜひチェックしてみてください。それでは皆さん、
See you next time!